day.
Right.
It's always where I sleep. Greeny's probably about 5 or 6 feet away from me. And I just realized that not that long ago. You know, it's a little pathetic when I think about it.
Okay, so we have to tell this story that you told me last night.
2 weeks ago, I woke up, and I wake up early. You know, contrary to what people think of musicians or whatever. I wake up at the crack of dawn. I usually wake up about 5:30 or 6, and it's because of surfing. You know, really, it's just like that. All the best ways are in the morning. So I got up one morning. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sitting at my desk drinking my coffee, and of course I have a stack of guitar magazines because I still read all the guitar. And like I'm sipping out of the corner of my eye, I see the stack of guitar magazines just sliding off the desk. I'm like, and in slow motion, I turn my head and I see the stack graze Greeny's neck like this, and then Greeny going in slow motion, bap, onto the ground. And I'm like, and like set down my coffee, picked it up. And sure enough, there was the existing crack that's right here. It's been there since Gary Moore days. That crack opened up. And, you know, I hate admitting this to the audience, but, you know, I started bawling like a baby. I don't know why. It was a weird emotional reaction, you know, and I'm actually surprised. I was surprised by my reaction. I called my tech. You know, I said, Justin, you'll never believe what just happened. And I told him, and he said, right, you need to call Gary Brower, who's always been my guy in the Bay Area, one of the best guitar setup guys, repair guys, and I've known him forever. Actually, I met him the very first day I met Joe Satriani because they both worked in the same music store in Berkeley. So I have a long history with Gary. And Gary said, I sent him pictures, and Gary said, it doesn't look as bad as you think. I go, what do you mean? Literally, the gap was like this, you know, the open crack was like this. And I sent him pictures, and he goes, that's great. I go, you're nuts. He goes, no, let me explain. You want big open cracks like that so that you can get the glue in there.
It's true.
You know, and cover as much surface area as possible.
Yep.
And I thought about it, and I was like, okay. And then he said, there's new wood glues that have been created in the last 10, 15 years that are much better than anything ever before. I was like, okay, great. And then Justin pointed out to me that this is not that bad, and Greeny is seen worse. And I thought about it, and I was like, you're right, Justin. And let me explain what that meant. Greeny, sometime in the 90s, was in Gary Moore's trunk. All right? Gary Moore was going down the M2 or something, you know, whatever the freeway was in England, and ran out of gas. Completely ran out of gas. You know, stopped on the freeway. Him and his manager got out and were just standing on the side of the road. A car came around from nowhere, full speed, didn't see the car, stopped, rammed into the car with Greeny in the trunk, or Greeny in the boot, as they say.
Right.
And Greeny was literally in 25 pieces. 25 pieces with the case. The case is in like probably 55 pieces. And, you know.
Neck came completely off, right?
Well, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Right here. And there was some neck damage too. But, you know, whoever put it back together, and, you know, I know the person who put it back together, I should say, did a fantastic job. So what I did to Greeny a couple of weeks ago is kind of like, you know, just like maybe an arm sprain.
But this is part of the story of the guitar, though.
Yeah.
This is another chapter of the story of the guitar.
Yeah, because, you know, when Peter Green had it, the headstock was broken.
Right.
When Gary Moore had it, the headstock was broken. Now that I have it, and I accidentally broke the headstock, it's really my guitar now. But, you know, my thoughts on this guitar is, it's not my guitar. This is the people's guitar. You know, this guitar, and it's not my doing, this guitar wants to be heard. It wants to be played. People